my name is Harper Cooper. I am going to be sharing some do's and don'ts to having a successful first year of college. I am currently a rising sophomore at Xavier University of Louisiana, a bio major on a pre-med track, and I can say my first year was exhausting, but it was totally worth it in the end because I learned so much. I had so many trials and errors, so many mistakes were made, but I'm extremely grateful because in the end, I came out so successful and so much learned from my first year of college. So I want to share some of that information with you guys in hopes you have a better first year than me. So let's get right into it. My number one do is to split up your work throughout the day into small sections. With me, I realize when you take things one thing at a time in small sections, it allows you to focus solely on what you have in front of you. I realized with big study sessions that last 2-3 hours, I instantly become agonized with the thought of how much work I have ahead of me. But when I split my work up into about 40 to 1 hour segments, I realized I was actually understanding and recognizing the work a lot easier. Not only that, but it allowed me to come back to things that I struggled with in a timely manner and also give me more time to work on different subjects. For me, I was taking biology, chemistry, English, X-Core at the same time. And with those, I was also taking a psychology class. So I was taking a lot of 3-credit classes that required a lot of my attention. But when I split them up into 3 1-hour segments for each class, I found it a lot easier to get my work done, a lot easier to study, and a lot of time for me to have downtime. My second do is to utilize your cafeteria. For me, I often spent a lot of my mornings and afternoons in class, so finding time to go to the cafeteria was often very hard. But if you work your schedule around the hours of the cafeteria, it may be a little bit easier to actually go and get your meals. But if you find it hard to find time, try getting up earlier and, getting the food before. Try getting to the cafeteria before anyone else is there. That way you don't have to wait in any long lines. But make sure you are eating some sort of meal. And if you're not eating a meal, eating some sort of snack, but not relying solely on snacks. And if you can't go to the cafeteria, try any other restaurants that your school may offer. Our school offered Chick-fil-A and SubConnect, which is kind of like Subway. So just utilize your flex bucks and your swipes regularly because you are going to need to eat. Eating is the number one thing that is so important to having a healthy freshman year and a college experience overall. So make sure you are eating because it's very easy to forget. My final do is to make sure you are involved on your campus. I know for me, my first semester, I was not as involved as I should have been, so I often felt like I was missing out on a lot of things. But when I got more involved, started going to freshman meetings, started participating in more community service events, I felt more inclusive in my school, in my campus, in my HBCU. So definitely get involved with your campus. And if it's not, school-wide events, do clubs, hang out with friends, make new friends. Do not be afraid to come out of your shell and explore your school because for a lot of people, this is where you're going to reside for the next 4 years. At my HBCU, Xavier University of Louisiana, we have live music Fridays, business bazaars, class meetings where you can get free apparel, free hair care products, free shirts, free almost just about everything. So definitely make sure you are involved on your campus. First things first for the don'ts. Don't make school your entire life. I feel like when people come to college, especially a college as prestigious as mine, your whole goal is to have all A's and all B's. So you spend all your time studying, all your time cramming, all of your time doing homework. But that is how you get burnt out. The best thing that I learned for school is to have a good balance. To have days where you just rest, have days where you spend, all their time doing schoolwork, have days where you hang out with friends, have days where you spend time to yourself. It's all about finding a balance. But one thing I would not recommend for anyone is making school your entire life. You didn't come to college to get all A's and B's or, be on honors roll or do that all the time. You came to college to build yourself up, have new experiences, make great friends, and make the best memories of all. Number 2, a huge don't that I have is not utilizing the resource center. For me, I would oftentimes feel ashamed to go to the resource center because I thought I would be dumb for asking questions. But the only thing worse than not asking questions is to not ask a question and then get it wrong. Because if you ask the questions, the worst thing that could happen is if you don't understand it. But then you can go in and ask for more help. So I think another very big don't is not asking for help and not utilizing the resource centers. Your school gives you the resource centers for free because they want you to come if you need help. So I would definitely invest in resource centers, especially my science, technology, engineering, arts, and math majors. If you have anything to do with chemistry, biology, engineering, technology, anything like that, definitely go to the resource center because those are students who have been in your place before, so they are there to help you. And my final don't is do not be ashamed. Do not be ashamed if you have to take summer classes. I have to take a summer class, but I learned with that it'll put me on track to be a double minor. I can be an English and a chemistry minor. So don't be ashamed if you graduate, behind the people that you came in with because everyone's track is different. We all came here with different plans. Nobody came with the same career in place. Don't be ashamed if you figure out the career choice you thought you wanted is not something that you want to do anymore. That's fine. That's what college is all about. It's about trial and error and figuring out what works for you. My final don't, number 3, don't miss class. That's just no-brainers. No discussion, no explanation needed. Do not miss class. Missing one class in college is like missing a week. I'm telling you right now, especially for my STEM majors, science, technology, engineering, and math, do not miss class. You will regret it. You will regret it. I'm just telling you right now. I was taking calculus my first semester. I missed like 2-3 classes, dropped the class. That should tell you enough. Don't miss class. You'll regret it, and you're already paying for it. Literally. Those are my do's and don'ts to having a successful first year of college. I hope you guys learned something, and if you have something you want to add, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.